to another episode of Renegades, Rogues, and Runaways. As per normal, tonight we would like to thank Crit and Miss for allowing us to use his shower. Allowing us to use his show for the evening to stream our magnificent homebrew campaign. We want to thank Froth's Minis, who's doing some artwork at the moment for me on one of the things, if the group looks around the room, might be missing. I don't think they've noticed yet though, so that's always good. We want to thank Bryman and Black Feather for all of the artwork you see down the bottom left hand corner. We also want to thank Tabletop Gaming Audio, where as soon as we actually figure out how to audio these episodes, we'll definitely be adding his magnificent works of art into that as well. We also want to thank you, our loyal audience, for logging in again to spend time with us as we venture into the wonderful world of Ungalat. So shall we begin episode 18 of Ungalat, Renegades, Rogues and Runaways.
Everything's back to normal.
Yay!
Welcome back, guys. God,
I'm in the right spot.
Oh, yeah!
I liked it when you were over there because that way you were helping me. So
Just because my archer pulled 35 hit points of damage in a shot, my ranger, and my frog, my beautiful giant frog that was such a pain in the poor DM's backside.
No, it was very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
I'm gonna crash and die tonight.
So,
Anyway, where did we get left off?
after venturing north from Mountainfoot's swamp entrance, you headed north, you headed across the plains and into the town of Wilbur's Wharf. Inside Wilbur's Wharf, you ventured into the Serene. It wasn't the Serene, it was the something seahorse.
Sprightly Speed.
Sprightly horse, thank you, sir. My mind's a little foggy, forgive me. The Sprightly Seahorse, where the group met the owner, who came up with some ideas for the group name.
Ooh.
The group had been pondering on these over the last week or so, and then they ventured off into the town's guild hall to find assignments and get sent off on those. One of the group went to become a nanny. Another of the group went to venture into the sewers. Another of the group decided to be a meat protector of meats.
I protect the meats.
And the last of the group decided he'd go wee all the way. Oh, no, that's a different story. He decided that he'd stay at the guild hall and clean and sew. After that, they went out venturing on the night, and Barzak met an old friend, Strongarm, who offered him a job that he just ever so happily declined. Aurora, she decided to spend the night at the house of the young gentleman she was looking after. Moors decided she'd venture off into the city and go for a wander around and cause a little bit of a ruckus.
What?
In particular, visiting Aurora, and then on her way home, running into Vi. Vi, on the other hand, went for a party with the Glinter. As he had this party, the Glinter put a proposal to him. However, he did make the statement that the group really should have a name. Leaving it at that, Vi said he'd have to ask the rest of the group and disappeared. Vi and Moors decided they'd go venturing towards the hot springs, where they met a gentleman who just wondered who Aurora was since they were talking about her in passing comments. After not answering him really, he left them be and they wandered back to the inn. And the next morning they woke up and they headed to Aurora at the house to see if they could convince her to assist them. It was there, I believe, I left you. After Aurora said, after nightfall, we can discuss this. After the red sun sets, we can discuss this because that's when the owners of the house get back. So,
I also got
Aurora,
drunk.
Moors,
Yeah.
Vi, and Barzak, what are you doing?
In my swamp.
It's my swamp. Get out.
What's the time? Is it nighttime or morning?
About 9 a.m. in the morning.
Woo! I'm going to the library. Wait, do we have to have any important conversations?
What were we doing? So now we had to get. That's right. We got your ring back,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much where we left it. I think.
Yeah, we left it at
You three went off adventuring to find a ring. You found the ring.
And the ring, and then because we kept bothering Aurora, she's like, "Fine." You said please, so we would go.
Yeah. So, you want to head to the library? Would the two of you wish to join her?
Yeah, I'll go to the library. I'll
yeah,
follow
may
her.
as well
Sweet.
learn to read.
As the two of you head up to the library, Aurora,
Yes.
what are you doing in the house with young Master Zim, I believe his name was?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Well, the children are over still, aren't they?
The children are still over, yes. They came over for you to teach them how to make bombs.
Yeah. Wait, outside now.
Yes, you are.
Hey,
Look. Time to craft a firecracker, which is a very bright bomb compared to the other one.
Very bright.
Yes.
Like bright like intelligent or bright like
Bright like big boom,
big boom?
but with lots of sparkles.
No.
You ready?
Sure.
So you put a little pinch of this.
What's this?
This is the sulfur 8 that we got
Yes.
in the forest.
Yes, yes.
And a little pinch of this, which is the other thingy from the. What are all the materials we got? I don't remember.
You think I do? I had it all on our website.
Did you write this down?
And now the government starts asking me questions. How
Gotta
do
call this
you
thing again.
make gunpowder?
This is for educational purposes only.
And D&D purposes. That is it.
Okay, sulfur, saltpeter,
Speak
and
for yourselves.
charcoal. What you require?
Sulfur,
Saltpeter,
I respect it.
saltpeter,
saltpeter, and
and
charcoal.
charcoal. This is the
Ooh,
charcoal we
saltpeter.
got from the campfire.
Yes.
And this is the peats that we
Salt.
got from the the forest as well.
Yes.
And you pack it all into this little. I've got a little piece of leather cube that I'm just like mushing it closed. And then what we do is we do this, and I do a little fire magic, so that a corner of it. I'm like, run! Start running away from it.
As you run, you hear a bang.
And then as the sparkles go,
No sparkles in there. You just make gunpowder. Gunpowder doesn't sparkle.
a bomb. Let's go.
You made an actual bomb.
Did we hear it on the way to the library?
Wait, how do we
It's like-
colours?
it's
That
like
was not. There
this
was no
big.
colours. It made grey. Grey's not a nice colour. What colour? How do we make purple?
Ooh, you want to make colours?
Yes.
You ready? Let's go inside and we get some. Actually, no, jokes. I have dye on me. What am I doing? So we get some of this. We have purple.
Yes.
Yep, so we make it again. So we get a bit of charcoal and
Yes.
a bit of peats and a bit of sulfate.
Yes.
And then we put some of this in
Yes.
and then we light it.
Mm.
And I go yeet up into the air.
And
Bang.
then he goes
Purple dust.
bang, and the smoke drifts off. There's a slight purple tinge.
Slight purple too.
Yay.
Do you guys
I
want to
win.
make one?
Yes.
Excellent.
I won.
So here's you each get a little strip of leather. Here you go. Okay, and here's hold out your hand. Here's the material, and I sprinkle as much as I need. What colour do you want?
Green.
Green. We've put green. Next one. Okay, we got
Blue.
one. We want blue, and then the next one.
Purple.
Purple. Some more purple.
Orange.
Orange. Okay, sweet. Stuff it all together. Let me just check if this is a ranged spell, because if it's not, I'm kind of doomed. Hang on. 60 foot. We're all good. Okay,
Right,
ready?
just throw one of
So
the
one
kids
at
up
a
in the air.
time. Ready?
Don't we put this in this mess?
Hang on. What are the children's names? I only have them.
Zim and Co.
Huh?
Don't we put this in this mess?
Yeah. Put it in.
Okay.
Put the
Lays
dust
the leather
in the
down and then
leather.
pours dust out of their hand and puts it in the cube and ties it up and goes, okay.
You ready? So you first, Zim.
Yes.
Chuck it as far as you can.
Yep.
Up in the air.
Zim throws it about 11 feet up and bang! And off goes some light blue dust, some light blue smoke. And the next one is his friend, his male friend. He throws it up about 8 feet in the air. And it goes bang! And off goes some green dust, some green smoke. The next one's the little girl who throws it about 2 feet in the air. which is about this far.
I don't do it.
Oh, it didn't go off.
That wasn't high enough. Do you want to try again?
Okay.
Ready?
Yep. Throws it again, goes 2 feet in the air. 10 points for rolls.
Do you want some help?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay.
Roll a
I grab-
strength check for me.
I grab her hands and I'm going.
Oh,
That's
yep.
right.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Definitely a strength check.
Nat 20.
I think woof, the child like lifts like 3 feet off the ground.
And it goes, wheat.
And you...
I pick her up and just go with her arm.
I thought you meant pick her up.
That's right. Now just hold the other.
Now hold on to it while you're up there.
It pops and off goes the purple dust. And the last child throws his about 13 feet up. And goes the orange dust. Oh, the orange smoke.
My goodness.
Yay!
Woo. You ready? Did you want to paint a tree with the dye? So what you do is you make the little bomb and you throw it at the tree and it goes off on the tree and now the tree is pretty colours.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You can do that to the school.
Do that. We're going to the tree that they were climbing that
Okay.
was like very lonely in the yard.
Right. We'll get back to that. So the rest of you reach the Lily Library. As you walk in, the double doors swing open, and standing behind the counter is a young-looking dwarvish lady who's like, "Hello, how can I help you today?"
Hello.
I'm walking in last.
What would we have to?
Good morning.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day outside. Better inside though.
I'm extremely hungover.
Yep.
I was wondering
Yes.
if you have any information on, like, what here's group sent to get rid of. It's a bit of an odd one.
Yes.
It's a group got sent to. I literally just read it and it fell out of my brain. A group was sent to get rid of like a politician
Okay.
who was trying to take more land than he should have, and then they put in Count Jatamine Drizzle.
Bless you.
Jatane Drizzle?
Yes.
Do you have any information about that?
Which part about that? You said 3 different things. There's a group that was sent. There was someone who was trying to take land that wasn't theirs, and Jatane Drizzle's the current lord of the area.
All of it.
Sure.
Mostly the group.
Okay, so that would be Clarissa's mob. They're up in. And she points up, and it's like 3 or 4 story building. The flight 3. You want the ones under G for groups, and then C for Clarissa. The politician is obviously under P. Second one up under P, politics. Third one is Jatane, which is under biographies, which is right around the top, 4th floor, under J for Jatane.
So you said Clarissa's group.
Is it not Clarissa?
Is that the same Clarissa that has got the plaque out but
Yes.
somewhere over there?
Yes.
And she saved Wilbur's...
Dwarf, yes.
Is that in the same book that you're showing me?
That's what you asked for.
Intriguing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go find that book.
Right now, off you take. And I can help you, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
I was just following her, but since we're
I
here,
understand.
yeah. Moving on. Out of curiosity, do you bye?
Bye.
Oh,
Stealing my pencils.
Out of curiosity, I'm just trying to go down a rabbit hole, so to speak, of self-discovery. Do you have any books that would tell anything about metal men?
There's a couple.
Really?
Yeah.
Where would I find those?
There's one under F on flight 1 here.
Mm-hmm.
There's one on, well, most of them would be on flight 2 under S.
Right. What do you know specifically what books they would be, or am I just to just scan those?
Well, the one under F is under the fiction section.
Which, sorry?
In the fiction section,
Oh, of course.
and it's what's the name of it? It's about this lady. There's a house. There's a couple of witches, and the house falls on one witch, and the other witch gets really shitty about it. I can't quite remember the name of it.
Right.
But it's got a middle man in that.
Okay. What about the second book?
The second book, which was under the rest of which were under the S section, is under self help. He said he wanted to find himself.
But do these have anything to do with metal men? I know the first one you said you did, but it's fiction.
I mean, define what you mean by metal man.
Things that would describe someone who looks like myself.
Oh, hell no.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. I definitely suggest a book under F, though. There's definitely a metal man in that one.
I will
It's
take
either
the...
Gone with the Wind or something to do with wind. It might be, what was the name? Dot? What's it called? Just sitting there thinking about 50
I'll
minutes.
just... Okay. While she's taking out this walk,
Yeah.
go with Moors.
And how can I help you, sir?
Leaving my sunglasses on. Huh?
We get it better.
Nah, I'm just like, Exactly.
How can we help, sir?
Exactly like that. Just. You got anything on mythical beasts?
What type of mythical beast? But yes.
Uh,
Sure. She's pointing us. Third floor, M.
Third floor M.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
No problem. Rightio, so Moors. You head to which of your three sections first?
I want to go to the Clarissa section first.
Okay. Digging through there, you find a short bard's tale of the defense of Wilbur's Wharf, as it's worded.
Short. Sorry. no.
You don't read it.
Say short bard's tale
Yep. Short bardic's tale.
called
The defense of Wilbur's Wharf.
The Defense of Wilbur's Wharf.
Yeah.
Defense of Wilbur's. I'm so sorry. Give me a second.
You're right.
You're like, give me the time, please.
He's also trying to find it himself.
This time I've got it in paper form, though, which makes it a lot easier to find.
And you can't just like press. I forget which one it is, but it's a shortcut key to find exactly what you're looking for.
Control F.
That's the one.
Find.
That's the one.
Am I getting a piece
Yeah.
of paper?
If I have the computer with me, I can just do it.
Not quite.
Because I just got this.
And definitely give you a piece of letters. So it says,
Controls.
during the War of the Ancients. Yes, it has an audio track. During the War of the Ancients, there was deceit within Gren's harbour, where High Magister Semblance, the daughter of the King and Queen of Gren's harbour,
I don't know what that means.
under the guise of a female named Svetlana, slaughtered her parents. And with her ally Ernan Ligalo, High General of the forces of Gren's harbour, waged war across the sea with the lowly town of Wilbur's Wharf. On entering the town, the armada, the army, and these two leaders claimed the town for themselves. A message was sent out across the land to find those who were courageous enough to come and defend, to protect, to free the city of Wilbur's Wharf. Five people alone stood forward. There was Clarissa, a rogue. There was a paladin who ventured with her. There was a barbarian who ventured with her. There was a druid who came along. And there was a sorcerer who also attended the battle. On arriving at Wilbur's Wharf, they found the populace encapsulated, entranced, and under the mind control of these two vile leaders. the army had left. As they ventured through and they approached the docks, they found waiting for them none other than the general himself. During a combative round, after many hours, the group, who had been held at bay quite competently by the general, was let go by him. He pointed them to a ship and sent them on their way across the seas. Unbeknownst to this group, he himself teleported back to inform their leader, his wife, his girlfriend, Svetnaya. On arrival at Gren's Harbour, the group had to fight their way through many enemy troops and disastrous traps into the capital itself, into the building, the fortress of the king and queen, to find they weren't there, but Ernan was. During a battle, their paladin lost his head, literally lopped off with his sword, killed instantaneously. Their druid fell to Ernan also. During the combat, Svetnaya managed to successfully end the life of their sorcerer and their barbarian. The last one left standing, Clarissa, managed to lock this princess in combat long enough to exhaust her spells and the princess herself, at which point Clarissa killed Svetnaya. On return to Wilbur's Wharf, she was presented many boons for her deeds, and her friends, her allies, her partners in this battle, are memorized in the city itself. Thus, they became the heroes of Wilbur's Wharf, the defenders of the wharf. And the story ends.
Wow.
Do you have that all written down?
Nope, that's all from memory.
It's pretty impressive. I'm gonna
So
write
now
that
sing it.
Off dome.
You don't understand that was played 8 years ago.
Yes.
She's like, dang. So,
Were you part of that?
no, he wasn't.
That's why I was looking at you.
No,
like,
man,
huh?
that's just me and you.
And her friend at the time who played the paladin, Alex, and Simon, and
That's when there was a vocal sword.
yes, there
Yes.
was, because that's
Yeah.
what Ernan had.
Spoilers.
Yep. Anyway, so moving on. You, sir, do you venture into your book section? Or you catch up with Moore's reading hers.
I reckon it's a waste of time. Just going to go more. I was like,
And you, sir,
Useless.
do you venture into your book section?
For sure.
You find many books on mythical beasts under the section Mythical Beasts. There's one written there by some dude by the name of Newt.
It's
Scamander?
Isaac.
Sorry,
Scamander?
much better than
Atlantis?
Newt Isaac.
Newt Scamander?
Is that from Atlantis?
No. What?
What?
No,
Who
that's
else?
Marley Thatch.
Who?
Bruh.
No. I was thinking of the guy from Atlantis.
Milo Thatch.
The guy with the glasses?
Yeah.
Marley Thatch.
I was thinking of
Anyway,
that.
moving on. So, you find many books. Which ones are you looking for?
I'm not really looking for one in particular, but we'll just go with
Which one looks interesting to you?
the thickest book, the thickest one, and oldest looking thickest book.
Oh, you search for maybe 15 minutes and you find this massive, like this tall
German
tome.
thick.
It's somewhat resembles.
A Bible. It's this.
in
The
size.
sacred texts!
Oh. It says the Bible.
You dare! You dare! You dare disrespect the Bible!
You dare disrespect the word of the mighty Jimmy.
Okay. And that's concerning. And so you pick up a book that's about that size and it's old and dusty and literally you put it down to him. And it's a chunky thing. It's a heavy thing too. And it's like when you hear it like
Blow all the dust off.
yep.
No, the flavour.
Smells like dust. Achoo. I open it
Yep.
to the
As you open
first
it,
page of the contents.
yep. And it's got a list of some creatures in the contents itself. Which are you looking for anything in particular or
We'll just go from A to C at this point.
A to C?
A to C.
I always look at the table of contents and be like, cool.
That
second.
one. We'll go there. How many pages do you reckon there?
There is an aboleth. There is animated objects. There are ankegs and there are azers. There's banshees, basilisks, beheers, beholders, blights, bugbears, bullets and bullywugs.
Oh my!
There's cambions, carrion crawlers, centaurs, chimeras, chool, cloaker, cockatrice,
Chimeras.
cotool,
I stop on Chimera.
crawling claws and cyclopes.
This
Or
episode is
cyclops,
brought to you by
those
Wizard
who
of
are more
Oz.
learned. As you look at Chimera,
I stop at Chimera and go, And flip to that page.
yep. So you flip to page number. I can do this.
Can you?
I can. Give me 2 seconds.
I knew you were going to do exactly that.
Going through that lore dump, I knew the name Erding to produce like Erding von Curly or something. That's a name I've heard before.
What is?
Erding von Curly. Erding.
That's you.
It's like a town or a place or a person. Yeah, take them. I'm going to eat
Page
them. All right.
39, sir, of this book, of this tome. What are you looking for on the page?
I don't know. Can I just look at the page on my screen here?
I think Barzik just wanted to go and look at pictures.
You can, except it only has the information, not the
Yeah.
the character, like the creature description. It's
So-
just, so you have the description, not the information about the creature.
I only want the description.
Yeah,
I don't need
you
it.
like
Use
the
my
sound.
imagination.
I don't need the information.
Yep.
What does a chimera look like? Just like, interesting.
Wow.
How do I fight this thing?
Over here.
I try to read for its weaknesses and all that kind of stuff.
Yep. Right down. So, Moors, back to your character. After you finish reading this short story by the author, whose name I can tell you actually. Do you look for the author's name, or
Yeah.
do you just? I want that one, and I don't want that one. Dang it! I need that to be in. Damn it! You're up there. Put you up there. I do have a thingy down here. Sorry about this, guys. One more second. Woohoo! All my things.
Achoo!
Blah ha 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 ha.
Sorry.
And your little black shoe.
Egg.
Thank you.
Egg goo goo. You just keep getting lower and lower. Nope.
0, 1, 1, 0, 1.
Nothing above a 10.
Calm down, binary.
That's you.
1001.
1, 0, 0. How do you say hello again? It's 0, 1, 0, 0, 1.
That's right.
Nerd.
Isn't it all the same?
No. Very, very different.
One means open gate. One
No
means
idea.
closed gate.
Missing a D20.
I was
You
saying,
said one
you're missing one.
open gate
Probably
and
around
one
here
means
somewhere
closed
from where I
gate.
was.
And I was like, make that
This
make
is
sense.
a story written by Dane, one of the travelling minstrels of the lands.
It's definitely not my
Like
name.
D-A-I-N-E.
D-A-I-N.
I'll look for later.
What?
D-A-I-N, Dane.
Oh, okay. Just minus the E.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not Dane the captain from last week.
It's
No,
Dane.
it is not Dane the
It's
captain.
Dane, as in Valley.
Whoa!
I looked to find if there's any other information about what happened to Clarissa after everything else. Like where she died.
There's a minor footnote that her body was buried in the in the western forest, but there's no information as to where, when, what date, where, like any location, anything like that.
Why would she be buried in the western forest when she was so well known in Wilbur's Wharf? Why would she not be buried here?
There's no information as to explain this to that. You may know someone who may know.
The librarian?
No.
The Glinter?
No.
I have no idea.
Just trying to think.
Roll a history check. With advantage because it's recent.
13.
You would be aware that the man down on the waterfront, the old shipkeeper,
Oh yeah, old ship.
he might know.
The lonely
because
old
he
man.
seems to know everything.
Seems to know everything.
Well, doesn't mean he does.
Like I said, seems.
Right, yeah. Are you looking at going anywhere after this, or just hanging around here for a little while?
Wait, hang on. In the tale,
Yeah.
did it give us the name? Oh, it did.
No, just tell
Sorry. Just to make sure that I've got the lore down properly.
Yep.
The group that was sent to get rid of a politician, was that
That was
the lady's name?
Clarissa, yes.
What?
Well, sorry.
Clarissa went to get rid of
Svetnaya.
Svetnaya. How do you spell that?
S-V-E-T-N.
Hang on. S-V-E-N.
No, S-V-E-T.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Svetnaya. N-A-Y-A.
Yep, and Ernan?
Ernan Lee Gallo. High General.
Wait, is it Svetna Ligallo as well?
No.
It's just...
Her last name is not mentioned.
Interesting.
She's like Beyonce or Cher.
Eminem.
And then...
No.
Sorry, how do you spell Ernan again?
E-R-N-A-N. Ernan. Lee, L-E-A. Gallo. G-A-L-L-O-W.
Perfect. Okay. I am going to look for more information about Svetnaya and Ernan.
Okay.
And what was the comment about semblance at the start?
Their semblance had inhabited a body,
Semblance inhabited Svetnaya's body? Okay.
from what you know.
Oh my god.
Well, from what that says.
Is there any information about semblance?
Okay, so
Strap in.
3 different areas you're looking, because Svetnaya was royalty, therefore she's under R on this level. Ernan was military, so he's under M on this level.
Yeah.
And semblance being a warlord, technically, she would be under D on the next level up.
Did you just say Dion?
D on the next level up.
Alright.
So.
I'm not sleeping tonight, guys.
Rightio. So back at the house. After making many bombs and throwing them at the tree is now a lovely variety of colours. The guards are over at the gate looking kind of sus, but going like, is there anything else you wish to do with these children while they're making fireworks in the backyard?
Well,
Crime.
I saw my son running.
No, they've only been in about 3 hours, so it's about midday, lunchtime.
I'll just do that till I get bored.
Just keep making bombs
Okay.
until we get
Do
bored.
like another hour or 2.
They start to try and convince you to allow them to make bigger.
If we do that,
Bun
we
me.
gotta go to the forest.
Okay.
Let's go.
And Zim runs out the front door. You're right.
Let's get a bucket.
That's all right.
We're in
As you run out the front gate, the guards let you out. Just remember, they'll be back around for
We're
Cool. And as you run down, they take you into the forest to the south. It takes you about an hour or so to get to a nice place that's secluded and away with enough open air.
Mhm.
What would you like to do while you're here?
Okay, you ready, guys?
Yes.
So go stand
I
over
can
by
hear
those trees.
you.
Okay. They will walk over by the trees.
Sweet, and I make one that's about grenade size.
Yep.
So grenade size,
Yeah.
explosion's about 10 meters.
Yep.
Plus another 10 meters for noise damage. So we're going about 50 meters away.
Okay.
I'm gonna stuff it into the ground.
Yep.
Not into the ground, but like make a divot in the ground and
Uh-huh.
put it in the divot.
Yep.
Sweet. Then I'm gonna run back and we're all gonna hide behind trees and like peek around a
Please
little
note,
bit.
50 meters is a lot larger than 60 foot.
Oh, heck, it's 60 foot away.
Yeah. So you're about So 30 feet is 10 meters. So you're about 20 meters away.
The kids are gonna be that far. The
50 meters?
kids are gonna be 50
Yep.
meters away.
And you're about 20 because that's the extent of your...
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna throw it in a way where it's not going pew straight there. It's gonna go
Orb.
like arc,
Yep.
so that
that's
it's like delayed, and then I'm gonna sprint
Yep.
and
okay.
then dive behind a rock,
Right.
a big rock.
Can I get an athletics and an acrobatics because you're choosing to dive? So athletics to see how fast you move and how far you move.
Wouldn't I just go my sprinting, my 60 feet?
No, because if you do your athletics, I'll allow you to use jump as well, which will give you more distance.
Athletics. 15.
Yeah, okay. You make it.
Acrobatics. 8.
Cool. So you make it about another 30, 40 feet. 45 feet away, which is about another 15 feet or so.
Yep.
And then you go to slide behind this rock, but you graze your leg up pretty badly as you kind of clip the rock on the way through. No damage is taken, but there's a nice big red mark down your calf. And it lobs. And then you hear boom as 10 meters in a diameter around this is gone.
Yep.
And smoke's pouring out, and you start to hear... Oh no, you don't start to hear anything really.
Well, the birds
You hear the
have been
birds
around
fly
crazy.
off, and you
Yeah.
hear creatures getting out of the way, and a lot of movement of animals. Can I get a perception check from you, please?
Wicked. I love when the birds come up. That's called perception. I'm not good at that with this character. 11.
After the initial bang, you hear another bang maybe 20 feet or so behind you, but in the air.
What the bro? They lit one without my consent.
And you watch as you're standing there, and like you turn around, and you see Zim just standing there. In one hand he's got flint, the other hand he's got steel.
Wow.
That was great!
Do you want to go look at the crater? See,
Yes.
let's go. We're gonna go look at the crater and
Yep.
see how munted everything is.
Right, yeah. So as you approach the crater, you see there's a good 3-4 meter gap in,
Yeah.
as most of the damage was forced up by the land.
Mhm.
Because, you know, with most things, it takes the easiest route.
Yep.
As you observe, there is like holes in the ground that looks like worms, a couple of holes in that, moles, voles, those small types of creatures.
Maybe a 7.5 mole,
Yeah.
just like completely obliterated on the ground somewhere.
Oh, you,
Look at
you,
that!
you smell some.
Whoa.
You definitely smell some roasted meats coming out of some of the holes, because obviously creatures that were in them. Fire takes its quickest route, and therefore what was left got cooked.
Yep.
So it does smell a little funky. You see like there's some from some of the roots nearby and stuff. There's like sap and
Sap leaking out.
yeah,
oozing
things like
all
that.
around.
But you then start to hear the sound of chainmail coming your direction.
Okay. Now you know what we do, kids?
Run.
Making bombs is not allowed. So now we run that way.
Which
You
way is
ready?
that way?
We're gonna do a circle, so we're running deeper into the forest and then looping back around to get
Okay.
back to the house.
Right here, run away.
And I'm holding 2 of their hands. Zim's hand.
Yep.
Definitely.
Zim's hand.
And a
Yep, makes
random
sense.
child, and
Yep.
we're running as fast as they can run, like new.
Yep. Okay, cool. Awesome. And you take off.
Wee.
Rightio. You clearly defeat the guys in chainmail who can't hear you in your leather armor running away, in your leather suits and clothes and stuff running away. But they get there and you as you're looping back around and say, "What the hell made this? You see the amount of smoke? Jeez. Right. Alright, now we know that lady came out here with those 4 kids. Check to see their bodies here. See if it was them. And they start,
Check the
Bodies.
body.
they start looking to see if you were involved in the blast and if you are dead. As they start to scour the woods.
They're
One
like,
of the
look,
runners.
they're not the women and children. No, they might be dead.
They send a runner back to get more guards to come out and
Not just
assist.
the men.
They'd
But
never
the
think
women,
that we
children
caused it.
too.
As you get back to the gate, maybe 20 minutes later, you notice there's now 6 guards on the gate. And there seems to be more guards on the walls and everything like that as they're ensuring
It's
the
not,
area is safe.
Yeah, I mean, it appears it's no longer safe out on our excursion. Can we come back in?
Absolutely, come through.
Thank you.
The things are
What were you doing out
exploding.
there? What were you doing out there?
We're just going on a field trip, like looking at bugs, like identifying different bird types, that sort of stuff. Can we go in now? Like,
Just one more. Do you see anything? Did you hear anyone? Because obviously there's a large explosion. We need to know if are you
well,
all
there was
safe?
a
Are you
large
wounded?
explosion about that way, and I don't want to be near it anymore.
You didn't see anyone or anything. You heard the sound and came back.
We ran.
Very wise. Come through.
Thank you.
And you walk on in. As you do, the captain stops you inside and goes, "Are you all right, man?
Yes. Thankfully.
You didn't see anything. You didn't hear anything.
Well, there's a big boom and lots of smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, we weren't quite near it. I think we were closer than I would like to be.
Understandable." He goes, "What about you kids?"
Woo!
And they have a little bit of they're puffed because you ran with them.
Yeah.
An adult running with little kids is a brilliant idea. We're going to get. I was like, I'm sore. Did you see anything? Did you hear anything? No. Can I get you to roll for me a deception?
Oh, I'm not good at that.
I saw that coming.
Deception. Woo.
Or persuasion, your choice. Don't tell me what it is. Just tell me the answer.
Oh yeah, boy. 1 second.
But if it's like 19 and it's a 12 on the dice, I know which one it's going to be.
23.
He goes, "Okay, right here, you can go."
I believe you.
Yeah, and he lets you through. And he's like, "Right, double up the guard." And as you're walking off here, double up the guard, ensure everyone in the city is okay. Make sure, see who's not here. Has anyone recently come through? Check the general hideouts, like that type of stuff. And you see the town starts to kick up a notch in the mobilization of its guards. Like everyone's been called on duty.
Boy.
Right, and as you're walking up, you walk up to the house, and the guy's like,
Was that fun, kids?
"Yes, it was good fun."
Yes. Now, if you want to do that again, remember, they don't like it, so you have to be sneaky, like we just did.
And as you get back to the gates of the house, the 2 guards look at you and they go,
I didn't see nothing. And then I go, you didn't see nothing.
they just look at, one of them looks at you and goes, "Of course we didn't."
Pay up, princess.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
All the money we've just gone.
Consies.
Gone.
You're paying some hush money.
Hush,
Where's all
puppy.
my money?
With the 3 gold.
Where's all my
in
money
hand.
gone? Bribes.
It's 10 silvers, 1 gold. Yeah, it is. I hand them 20 silver each.
That'll keep us quiet.
Dave.
As they pocket it. And they're like, that's
It's 2
good.
days.
4 days
wage.
work for them. Yeah, 2 days wage for them each. So not complaining. They're like, "We saw nothing, ma'am. The tree inside got painted because
We were just doing arts and crafts.
Exactly.
Wasn't I? How's that? Mute
I
your-
swear this is always on mute.
Clearly.
Anywho, rightio. So back
I
to
have
the
friends.
library. The other 3 kids are sent home. Back to the library. So, you sir, are you looking at anything other than Chimera?
Mm-hmm.
What else are you looking for?
Sphinxes.
Sphinxes.
Yeah. No, not sphincters.
You sure?
I'm looking at the butt of a lion.
So you flick
Flicking out the booty hole.
to the S section.
That's right, I got it. I am looking at it. I'm just looking at the painting of it, which is cool as.
Whoa.
Word to your mother.
So you see there are 2 types of sphinxes. There is an Andrew and a Gyno sphinx. And is there any particular information you're chasing from these 2?
Ah, just general information that I should know about them.
So just the general sphinx stuff. So the divine guardians have magic tests. They're extraplanar beings. There's such things as fallen sphinxes. You know a little bit about the Gyno and the Andrew, but that's about it.
They're
Don't know
sassy and
anything about
racist,
their
upon my
layers.
opinion.
No, no.
Or anything like that. Okay.
There's a diagram of them though.
There are pictures, roughly drawn pictures.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just,
I'm looking at it.
it's just a picture with a cat with wings.
Pretty much.
too much.
And one's got a bigger beard.
Yeah. A big bushy beard.
Big bushy beard.
It looked cool as.
Right.
Oh.
More.
Damn, son.
Are you looking for anything? Which one of the 3 of your 5 options now are you looking at?
Probably Semblance, because
Mhm.
Moors is intrigued with how Semblance has somehow inhabited.
The body?
Yeah.
Alright. So you head up to the 4th floor. And in the section of Warlords. I don't think they're quite called Warlords in my world. Give me one quick second.
Demigods.
They're not demigods either.
What is that?
They are in fact called
Fun.
Ancients. Which triggers a thought of you of the Battle of the Ancients.
Oh, wait a second.
Triggers a thought.
Like Semblance is an ancient.
She is an ancient. She is, what you find is the High Magistar Semblance was the Lordess, the Lady of Arcana, the Ancient of Magics. In the book, you also find that there were other ancients. So there was the Lord of Silver, Kiak the Glimmerer, who was the Lord of the Dwarves, the Ancient of the Dwarves. There was Lady Asho and Oakenleaf, Lady of the Ashen Oak, Ancient of the Elves. High Lord Xavier Darwin, Lord of the Golden City.
Sorry, say that again.
Ancients of High Lord Xavier Darwin, Lord of the Golden City, Ancient of the Humans. Lady Thalia Pitfowler, Lady of the Plains, Halfling, Ancient of the Halfling. Lord Ervolt Goldentongue, Lord of the Underdeep, Ancient of the Gnomes. High Magistar Semblance, Lady of Arcana, Magics. And Lord Phosphorus the Nefarious, Lord of the Elements. He was the Ancient of the Elementals.
Ooh.
Ancient elemental.
They were the 2, 4, 6, 7 ancients that were created. This is all in divinity, divine storytelling, and books as such.
Does that piece of paper have them all?
It does.
Can I have it, please?
At what point do I walk in?
Oh, you're up there with them not long
Okay.
after.
I am
Yeah.
like, I have like 4 books open right now, and
Just
I
like
am
sitting on
like,
the floor in the middle of them, yeah.
yeah, I'm like,
Just like cross-legged. Like,
yeah, pretty much. It's like, I see one thing and I'm like, what does that mean? And then it's like the next one. So it's like now it's the ancients, and it's like who with the ancients were fighting each other? What caused the ancient war? What happened after the
Welcome
ancient
to
war?
the lore hole she's delving into.
There's too much lore!
I only have 30
There's bother.
pages of this.
only 30.
Only 30 pages.
I was like, Seymour is just like spread out on the ground, just going nothing.
And like she's almost in like this crouched position as well, where she's like scampering over
like-
herself and like.
You're like
Yeah.
lizard position, just like.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, what other additional questions do you have to add to your now 4 searches?
Okay,
So you want to know who the ancients were?
so these are these all the ancients?
They are the 7 ancients.
The 7, and there's only 7
There is
ancients?
only 7 ancients.
Right. Who was fighting each other? What was it? Sorry. Who out of the 7 ancients were fighting on each side? What caused the ancient war? And how did it end?
Okay. So you now have 7 searches.
Oh my god. How about
That's fine. I have all that information
Can we get
available.
these
at our
books
fingers'
together?
how
touch.
about we get these books? we go back and
Let's get these books together.
But the thing is, if I read another book and they have more information, they might not be in these books.
Write it
And
down
then I'll
for
have to
later.
come all the way back to the library and I'm already here.
Write it down for later.
What
I'm
do
not
we
there, hang
need
on.
to do? Yeah,
I'm
what?
not there.
Get
Yeah,
out.
you're always still looking at your sphinxes. Or your sphincters.
Yeah, no
Either
one
way.
asked you.
yeah, looking at your boot holes.
I'm looking at my booty hole.
Yeah. I was like, I have to go deal with the problem. Or Barzak.
Yeah, fair enough. You make a very good point. Do you want company? Otherwise, I'll have to go back with that. I think he's still hungover.
You can stay if you like.
This ancient stuff seems pretty interesting, so
You can help me look through things.
I can lift the heavy books. Yes.
What are you trying to say?
I like this plan, and I can bounce ideas off. You don't have to really say anything; just absorb the information.
Good. I'm
Right.
not good at thinking.
As you delve deeper into the divine section of this library, you are now beyond the realm of fact. You are now in the realm of not necessarily fiction, but religious belief.
Okay.
Or more, to be more exact, you're in the realm of beliefs and gods. Things that are written about that very few know facts of. You're only reading the section in the square in the middle of it, madam. Thank you.
Don't get ahead of us.
Please don't use whatever else is on that page as information, because I know what else is on that page.
Who's they? Who's they?
I know who that is.
I don't know what's going on, to be honest.
Well, it's part of the entire lore that I have here.
Don't put that down.
Okay, so
Look at all
as
that.
Moores is delving into these, your day ends at about 3 in the afternoon as Zane sits down for his afternoon tea, and his parents come back into the house, a little bit rushed. As they open, they're like, "Aurora, are you here?"
Yes, hello.
"Hi. Okay, is Zane here?"
Yes.
Zim.
Zim, sorry, is Zim
Sorry, we've been gone for so long. We forgot our son's name.
here? They've been gone for so long, I've forgotten their son's name. Is Zim here?
Yes, they're
Okay.
all nice and
Zane was
safe.
here.
They're all?
Yes,
Who's there?
we had a play date with Sim's friends.
Oh, how did that go?
Excellently. They're all nicely well behaved.
That's a first. They're like, right, Zim, come here. And Zim walks out. Yes? Are you okay? Are you alright? We were told you were out doing an expedition, a story, something to do with birds and
Yes,
creatures.
for their education, yes.
Is he alright? I was told he was close to the explosion.
Yes. Thankfully, I managed to get them all back to safety.
That's good.
Very
Why?
close to the
Okay, that's
explosion.
fine. You didn't take any guards with you?
No?
No.
Well, thank you for your time, and I give you the money. They're like, please, just we will.
Get rid of you.
Yeah. Thank you very kindly for your time.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm
Yeah.
rich. Woo! 4 gold.
Yep. Rightio.
All of that.
As you
That's
as you walk back into the
That's
town,
2
the
extra gold
guards,
from what you lost.
the
Yep.
guards smile as you leave. Bye, Miss Aurora. And they look at each other. And as you wander on through the city, where are you headed?
Back to the inn.
Okay, so you head to the. I know it was said earlier, and I want to say spiteful, and it isn't.
Sprightly sea.
Sprightly seahorse. As you get there, the guard. Mom opens the door and
Mum?
Oh, there's a guard here now. Damn!
says, the bouncer, yeah, like anyone who's
Yeah.
in any type of official position is now doing their job.
Yep.
Yes.
Everyone's got a guard because of you.
Yeah.
Everyone's on alert.
Anyone and anywhere of worth does, yes.
Also, we can go to the dungeon.
So I look around. My
Yeah.
friends aren't down here. I go upstairs. I look in the room.
They're not there either.
My friends aren't there. Well, time to dye my hair again.
Right,
Yeah, it's been 3 days.
Yeah. You walk in.
Your hair is
What colour are you making
straw.
this time?
Yep.
What colour are we going?
I was blue this time. I've been orange. I've been green.
I can be
That's great.
blue. I can be.
You said you would do something with Barzak.
Well, I did green with you. Oh,
Well,
wait.
you did green with Moors.
This is true.
We do green
You said
again.
black.
Black.
Because I have black hair.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's do. Black.
Where are
Right,
you?
You mix a couple of the colours together and it gives you a dark brownish black colour. So you spend about
Oh
3
no, I'll
hours.
just go get some squid ink and use that
Yeah,
because that washes out.
Calm down, Minecraft
Yes.
player.
No, so she heads down to the docks and finds the squid.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you're in the
Yeah.
middle of the land. So
Where are you?
well, you find a squid, it costs you about a silver
Yeah.
to buy.
So,
Minus 1 silver.
Where are you? Are we all flipping our hair over our heads? We can all do this. Hang on. Where were we?
we're all doing emo phase right now.
Right, okay.
We're getting distracted.
So face, mom.
There we go.
I'm going out to a party, Mom. Paint my nails black.
We're getting
So, anyway.
so off track.
We really are. And I joined you. That's my bad. Radio guys. So
You were around.
as you spend your time, you walk back to the inn. You get let back in, and you gather all your stuff. You just go up to your room, and you start to make black hair dye.
Yep.
It'll take you about 2 hours to process the black, put it in your hair, and ensure it washes out of the tub.
Yep.
Because squid ink.
It's very, very dye. It will
Yes.
dye your skin for days.
Yes, it does everything it sees.
But
Right,
now I have black dye.
you
And
do.
and calligraphy ink for my journal, yo. Even though I already had that, but
Yep.
And
I got more.
And for bar 6, photography stuff. That's good.
that's been yoinked. You have to get some new ones.
Radio.
Get everything
at the
new.
library.
Yay!
What are you looking for, Barzak?
I'm putting that book back, and I'm looking for creatures that walk among us. Among us.
Shut up.
I was not even.
You
Yeah.
find a book. This on creatures called
Humans.
Doppelgangers. Interesting.
Gives you a bit of information. Page 82. If you're
82?
interested.
Yeah.
It gives you a bit of information. Basically says they're very hard to find. They exist within society. They're very difficult to identify. And they generally do nefarious acts in other people's bodies.
Right.
Or disguised as other people. Doesn't really tell you how to find them or how to determine if they are that. Just tells you information around
Ugh.
all that type of stuff.
There's pictures of them?
Yes.
Sweet, I'm looking at them now.
It's a very rough drawing. It looks very alien-like. Moors.
Waves.
Which of the 7 are you looking at now?
What did I say? So
You've got who Ernan is. Who
those I'll come back.
Stepnair is.
The other
Who-
first 2 questions that I said before, I'll
Yeah.
come back to that. Now I'm very intrigued by the
Okay. So now
ancients.
you're on your fourth. You're into the ancients.
So probably first because I've got the names, who were fighting each other, or if they were fighting something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Are you asking these questions aloud, or are you pondering
now
them in your mind?
that Vi is here,
Mhm.
I'll probably kind of thinking out loud, but also directing my questions to Vi.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Very good question. I don't know. Maybe the book has something in it. I don't know.
You hear the sound of what seems like high heels walking towards you.
I'm like on the book,
Yeah.
and my head just like.
As you do, you see that the librarian lady walks up and goes, "Well, someone's delved into a story, haven't they?"
I also want to point out Vice just also sitting cross-legged on the floor with like his hands on
Yeah.
like his knees going,
It's like,
okay.
Rightio. Can I help you at all, dear?
Do you know much about the ancients?
Yeah, they're under the section A, which you've got, and they're in the books you've got on the floor there.
Would these books have who the ancients were fighting? Like, were they fighting each other?
During which war, sweetie?
There were
ancient-
multiple wars.
Were they all called the ancient wars? Was there only one ancient war?
War the ancients.
Well, there was the Battle of the Ancients, and then there were wars within which the Ancients engaged.
No, the first one,
Battle of the Ancients.
Battle of the Ancients. I'm
Yeah.
so glad you're listening, Maya.
Sure, well, that's over there under C for combat.
On it! I'll get up and go get it.
We are one mind. I was about to be like, bye.
As you enter the section C, you find B battle, and it's under it's in the like the belief or the gods section of battle. It's a lofty old thick scroll.
Ooh.
It's the Elder Scroll.
I'm blind.
Wait, hang on. So I said, what was the other question I had?
Who are they fighting?
Yeah.
Why
And
were
they're the
they
other
fighting?
ones.
Who won?
Why were they fighting?
Why were they fighting?
And then
I don't have enough time to write all of these
Have
questions
you got
down.
that sheet written out?
No, not yet.
Can I have it back though, please? I think I need it for some things.
Okay. Can I have it back later?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Radios.
I like it.
Can I draw on it too, by the way?
Probably not.
The sacred texts.
Scribbles on the
At the moment,
It's
they are
just-
because they're the only
it's
copy
just
of them I
like-
have.
because I don't have like all of the names written down. I wanted to just put an asterisk next to the ones that
Yep.
were like fighting against the other ones, like who were in a team together, if that makes sense.
Yep, no problem.
It's also in pesos, so I can rub it out.
So it's in
That's
pencil.
fine then. Right here, and you get to the one that's called
Carrot.
The War of the Ancients.
Pineapples.
Pineapples. Ooh,
Do you read it aloud or quietly to yourself?
I will read it out because Vi is also here, so I'll read it to Vi.
And then something gets summoned as you read it.
Why is the furniture floating?
It needs to not be in Latin. Help.
Actu
So-
orasana.
Do I get to read it out loud?
Dovakin.
Can you read the paper?
Dovaki.
I'll read it aloud for you.
Why? Is it in a different language?
No, you can read it aloud, but I'll read it from this. Because there's more information in here again that you may not know. This is literally my reference of everything that's happened. When the gods returned, they found the material world in disarray. This pleased the gods greatly, and they sought to reinstate their power over the land. However, the curses that had been given had taken root in Ungalat. Across all the lands that the gods found, even the lands no longer heeded their call. Their commands fell on deaf ears. Thus began the calamitous war that would be known as the War of the Ancients. This war began with the deceit at Gren's Harbour. Where High Magister Semblance, Lord of the Arcan, under the guise of an elven female named Svetnea, killed her parents, and with her ally, Ernan Legallo, High General of the forces of Gren's Harbour, waged war across the sea with the seaport of Wilbur's Wharf. During this battle, the gods, too, Frigg, Benign, and Word, gathered and sent an elite force of mortals to deal with what at the time was thought to be a commoner's battle. The heroes successfully defeated the embodiment of semblance by locking the Archmage in combat and preventing her from escaping. One hero, having lost her entire party, returned home. This hero's name was Clarissa. After this battle, she was held in high regard and was known as the Vivid Queen. However, this was just the beginning. During this war, the battles that were... I should pull this up in here, it's easier to read. Sorry, give me 1 second, please.
It's at this point, I'm like, man, I wish we had our own animation. This would have been
Yeah.
so sick. So cool to see, just like, but alas, my
But this was just beginning. Sorry. After this battle, she was held in high regard and earned herself the title of the Vivid Queen. However, this was just the beginning. During this war, the battles were fierce and the losses great. The gods saw that they were losing the war due to the number of forces the ancients could muster. To counter this, the gods created their own. And it was from these that Turtles, Tabaxi, Half-Orcs, Loxodonians, Tieflings, Warforged, and Azimir and Dragonborn were created. They battled with the forces of the material plane. With the loss of the warriors, the ancients took their dead bodies and created monsters that were more dangerous than they once were. They created the Djinn, genies, mermaids, werebeasts, and vampires. Early on in the war, some of the gods deceived and betrayed their brethren. As such, these gods became known as deceivers. Asmodai, Wector, Gron, Lilith, Calignatius, Tiamat, Rita, Acronomedia, and Nakors defected. Sorry. And the cause. These gods defected and sided with the ancients. In doing so, they created such monsters as demons, orcs, kobolds, giants, behears, and ogres, just to name a few. With this betrayal, led to the gods having to split their forces. It was only towards the end of the war that the tides turned in favour of the gods, when Ash and Oakenleaf decided that the other ancients were only chasing the desires. I love how you tell you, like, write this down.
No, I've got Lady Ashen Oakenleaf,
Yep.
the Lord of the Ashen Oak, which is the Ancient of the Elves.
Yep.
That is the
Decided
second name.
that the other ancients were only chasing the desires that, like her, had been following for themselves. And that the defecting gods would not settle with the ancients being left to rule the lands. Deciding this would mean only war for Ungalat, Ash and Oakenleaf came to an agreement with the gods that the elves would have unusually long lives and would be considered above all other races. As such, the gods permitted this on the understanding that whilst they might perceive themselves to be above the other races, they in fact would not be. The truth of Ash and Oakenleaf's prowess was shown when she defeated Shanti, Semblance's second in single combat. On hearing the news of this, Semblance fled with her concubine deep into the mountains and could not be found. Fighting ensued for many more years, but in the end, the ancients were finally defeated, each of them being banished from the material plane. But one remained. Semblance had hidden herself in a loyal follower named Cordelia, a vampire lord who had been sealed away with her lover, Theror, deep underground in the temple of Goldreach's hammer. There they were bound. There they stayed.
There they stay. Sorry.
And that's where that passage ends.
Sorry, that was metagaming for a second there. So can I have copies of all of this? Because it's not going to fit in my book.
Funnily enough, it's on the Discord. Ooh! I was reading along the entire time.
I'm going to print it down so that I can have it physically and write all over it.
I assume you have a printer at your house?
No.
Parents' house? No.
Semantics, we'll figure it out
Yeah,
later.
that's all right. It's all good.
Yeah, I can print it out at work.
Yeah.
I'll just download it all.
She smiles. The librarian smiles and wanders back downstairs.
I kind of half-heartedly, because I'm so engrossed in it, say thank you.
Did Frigg change their name?
You're not there, you can't ask.
Frigg's name was mentioned.
Freebs was in there, yes. Interesting.
Frigg's task change.
No.
Question.
Frigg
Yeah,
sent
so-
someone with Clarissa's group to go and defeat the Queen's Harbour. I think it was a battle.
hang on. Lord of the Ashen Oak was the first elf and made the elves, but that's what you told me Frigg did.
The Lord of the Ashen Oak is an ancient. She was the first elf made.
So Frigg made Lord of the Ashen Oak.
So
Okay,
the-
sweet.
So from that passage, I'm gathering that the gods made the ancients.
You know, there was a combat, there was battle between the gods and the ancients. But in order to figure that out, you might need to do some research on, the gods.
5. Can you please go get
7.
the book of the gods?
Okay.
Thank you.
You walk in and there's just books.
This whole mezzanine
I'll
is...
yell out, it's like, Morse, what specifically?
Morse doesn't know the god names, does she?
Well, you know,
Frigg. Yeah.
you know, some gods' names were in there. You know which ones were the bad ones, apparently.
The bad gods and the good gods' names. I think we can start there.
As you look, you know, there's none of the bad gods' names located in this library.
Okay. I'll just find a book that's just like
General knowledge.
effectively Ungalatian gods for dummies. Right, we'll start here.
Belief for dummies, no problem. What are you looking for, young Master Barzak? After you finish reading up your information on your doppelgangers.
Doppelgangers. Anything that's like a doppelganger.
Nothing's like a doppelganger.
Anything that's humanoid in nature.
It'd be so funny if
there
he
is
just
a
stumbles
buckload
across
of
it on
humanoid
accident.
in nature.
Sounds
That
fun,
also
but
changes
this thing's
shape.
called tree.
Oh, not really. No.
I'll put it back and I walk over to Moore.
You walk up and Morse has now like stacks of books
I am
and
like,
scrolls, and there's scrolls up one of the walls, and there's like everything's everywhere.
I'm gonna go find Aurora.
okay, be long, so I have more time.
Aurora, where do you go next after your hair is done?
Be like 6 p.m. now. Eh?
Oh, easily.
I
How are
don't-
you not kicked out? The library.
The
closed
librarian likes me because I'm doing history.
too? Okay. I'm gonna go downstairs and have dinner.
Yep. Okay. So you rock downstairs, and the lady the thing walks over and goes, "Same as last night, dear."
I wasn't here last night. Who are they talking to?
Last time.
Oh, last time. Yes, please. And that will be some silver?
Yep.
How many silver was it?
400.
2.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna give them 20 copper instead. Yeah, boy.
Rightio. They'll take that and they bring up a plate of vegetables with a meat or two on it and some ale or a drink. Which?
The ancient.
Not yet.
Damn it, okay.
Boo.
Ooh,
What did I get, sorry?
vegetables, meats, drink.
Vegetables.
Sweet.
Alright.
Lamb chops.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Okay, Morse, back to you. What are you asking Vi? Vi walks out with his old ass phone. He's like, there was this one and there was another one. Both same name, just one looked newer, so I got you the old one.
Perfect.
He walks over and lays it in front of you.
I very like fingernail grab like the cover of it and
Yeah.
very slowly open it as to not damage it anymore.
The gods and who are they?
Tissue, please.
Idiot's Guide to the Divinity of Ungalat.
Perfect.
Radio. What page are you looking for?
7.
It's not from the beginning.
Yeah, pretty much. I want to find which the gods' names and what they're the god of.
Okay, so as you flip through, it comes to a quick flash reference. Name. 2. T-E-W. Epithet. The Alterer. Domains. Chaotic and good. Day of Respect. Fresh Creation. There is no picture. Bahamut. The Platinum Dragon. Lawful Good. Cinderwave. The 5th of Zegden. No picture. Frigg, the Great Heart, Chaotic Good. Midsummer, 20th of Galadin. Why I'm reading these off the page, I don't know. I can just do it from up here. Yeah,
That's because you can give me the pages.
yeah, you can keep it there. Benin, the Judge, Lawful Neutral, Creation's Dawn, 20th of Galadin. Word, W-Y-R-D. The Knowing Mentor. True Neutral. Unknown when his day of respect is held. Thundar. The Will-o-War Lord. Chaotic Neutral. The Day of Hammercusp. 7th of Formba. Marduk. The Forager. Lawful Good. Spring Solstice. The 20th of Swendi. Woden. Fold. The World Father. True Neutral, Spring Solstice. Marduk the Forager, Lawful Good. Eve of Silver, 18th of Sildar. Woden, the God King, neutral good, day of the God King, 15th of Drydar. Ing, the burning light, neutral good, unknown. Moan, M-O-N-E. The Mooncrafter, chaotic good, unnamed, night of the decade's largest full moon. Ceridwen, the matron of death, lawful neutral. Evil, eve of transcendence, the 13th of Kilnroth. Thus are the names of the good gods.
How many good gods are there? I didn't count.
12 good gods.
Okay.
Cool.
I look at that and then I look at the ancients. And I go back to the ancient book.
Yep.
And I look up, why were the ancients made?
There is no information on
What? Why?
Hello.
that. Give me 1 second. Yes, sorry. There is no information specifically on why they were made. Roll a... No, I won't get you to roll. There is a story of creation. But that's about it.
Like from the ancients?
A story of creation. Like
Where?
any story of creation was written later on by someone who...
Yeah. I'll read that and see if it's got any like...
In the beginning...
I knew it!
Now, Morris, I don't mean to rush you, but we do have to go back to the inn at some time because we do have to talk about this task from the Glinter.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about
I
the
know, you were
task.
very enthused about all of this. I thought I'd tell you before it got too late.
Can't we just have the meeting here?
That's not a half bad idea. But it depends. Is the library open?
The library is open, but if you look, you can tell that the lady who's in charge is slightly...
Cross down, just tapping her foot.
she's like... She walks to the door and walk 2 guards, and they stand in the door, and she's like, I'm going home. And she wanders off, and the guards are like, rightio. Who are you 3?
Hello, my name
Who are
is
you
Moors.
I say 2, I'm already gone.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Moors. I'm a little bit busy right now. Can't talk.
Hello, I'm Vi.
Too
Hi.
much information to absorb.
Okay. Well, if you want to stay here and read your books, I can go and get the other 2.
Will you be staying here, guards?
We will be keeping sure that you don't steal anything, yes.
What would I steal?
I don't
The
think she can
books.
carry them.
I think it'd be a bit obvious if she's trying to
I feel like they would flatten me before I could even move. But that's fine. Can my friends come here?
How many friends you got?
Just 2 more.
Are you going to do any
Oh,
damage?
Bazek's a friend now.
Aww.
Upgraded.
You said it.
And it's on
Where's
camera
the soap?
too.
It's
on camera.
No, they won't. I just
Okay.
don't want to leave.
Not a problem.
Might make a bomb.
Radio, fine, that's fine.
Alright, Vi, go get them,
Baza.
bring them back.
As you're wandering the streets,
East, man.
where are you heading, Buzz?
To the inn.
Okay, as you head to the end,
Sprightly seahorse.
you open the sprightly seal of the water sprightly seal. The guy goes, well, evening,
Evening.
and he opens the door, and you walk in, and who are you looking for?
Food, but I've got no money.
Right, yeah.
I kind of just walk over to Aurora and go, hey, sit down.
You look for Aurora. What exactly on Aurora are you looking for?
Just Aurora.
I look different now.
Yeah,
and I'm
she's changed
holding
her hair
myself
colour.
different. Should I roll performance and he rolls perception?
Sure.
Wicked.
Not a bad idea. I actually forgot about that.
Yeah,
I
nice.
picked the red one.
No.
I was going red today.
Yeah, that's right.
2.
Oh,
What'd you roll?
13.
15.
You picked. She changed her hair, but that's definitely Aurora sitting
You
at the
just-
table by herself.
You walk past like, hey, Aurora.
Oh dear. I need to go upstairs again. I'll be back. Bartek sits at the table with you and like leans over and just like starts picking at you.
Oi!
Joey, don't share food.
The chocolate food. Thank you very much.
I can't. My money got stolen.
Oh, guess what? You have some rations that you bought.
They got
So
stolen
equal.
too.
Did his rations get
Yep.
sold?
Everything got taken. from
Everything got taken from me.
Well, I guess you're going hungry tonight, aren't you?
I think so.
You could always do the dishes for some food.
Maybe.
Just pick it out of the sink.
Ew.
Yummy.
Soggy bread.
Soggy meat.
That's the least of my concerns, but yes.
Just grab a fork and eat.
Nom nom.
Oh,
You gonna eat that?
No.
The fork?
It's been in the
Oh,
sink.
damn.
It's been in the sink.
As you sit down,
Just sitting
so
down.
you start a conversation. Yeah, just finishing your meal. As you finish your meal, you there to tell her anything? You're just gonna sit there and watch her eat.
They're at the library. I'm just gonna wait here.
Ah, yes. I'm waiting for the performance to start.
What performance?
Well, we're at a bar, and most bars have bards that play at certain hours of the night.
What time is it?
It's almost 8.
8 o'clock.
At which point, as it strikes
Hmm.
you hear a bring.
Yeah, boy!
Oh. Ooh.
Once they get their introductory songs over, we could do some dancing to stave off your hunger.
then make him more hungry because he's burnt energy.
Yep.
I've never not slept in the night before.
And then he will troll by because they're sharing a room.
Lovely.
I don't have to sleep half as much as he does.
You just go.
It's like, wow, that sucks, buddy.
Okay, so
Steal some gold.
as the bard strikes up and starts playing, the two of you are sitting there listening. Vi, you walk into the inn. You see Barzek sitting with a woman, dark-haired.
Do you recognize
Do
this
you beat a
woman?
13? Let's go.
Come on, beat a 13. No, don't beat a 13. That'd be funnier, actually.
Please roll that 20.
It's,
Please roll that
other
20.
way.
Yeah, I knew that. I was testing you. Except I still managed to.
There you go.
Perception, right?
You're good at it too.
So that two net 20.
Damn.
You just pick him straight. You're
It's like, hey, Barzak. Hey, hey, Barzak. Hey, Aurora.
What?
Morris has fallen down, not literally, a hole. She's reading a lot of books at the library. And we still have to have that meeting regarding the glitter plan. With that too.
Weren't we going to meet him for dinner?
I was going to meet him for dinner, which I did last night.
We have a meeting with him.
Another one to discuss their
No. I was going to talk to you about the plan.
Weren't we gonna meet him for another dinner? Because you didn't get all that. You were like, I'm gonna talk to the guys and then we'll.
Yeah, this is me trying to get the guys together to talk.
Ah.
That hasn't happened yet.
You've been busy.
You've been babysitting.
Been at work. Oh my gosh.
Fun.
So, Morris doesn't want to leave the library because she's like, oh, there's more books. I need books.
But the library's closed.
No, not for Morris. She got guards. So,
Can you help me eat, please? I have no money.
oh yeah.
Can you please?
Yeah, I'll just like get like one of my rations.
Do you have any rations?
I don't eat them.
She hurries them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. You know.
You have at least 2 rations
Yeah.
from the beginning.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll double check it.
I have 10 of them.
It's just
Apologies.
chewing on the.
Rightio.
Oh,
Let's go to the library or
So, Moors, as they head off,
library.
what section are you looking at? The end is right. So, in the beginning, the gods created the material plane, a paradise for the bipedal races, elves, dwarves, humans, gnomes, and halflings, to live in peace. They called it Ungalat.
which many consider to be a bad idea.
The gods filled the lands with vast woods covered with massive trees, dense forests, and beautiful waterways for the elves to reside. For the halflings and humans, they created open plains with magnificent flowing rivers, lakes, and magnificent beasts. Finally, for the dwarves and gnomes, they created imposing mountainous peaks that the dwarves could delve for gems, as well as giving them the ability and ingenuity to create new and fantastical objects. Then the gods created the ancients. These were beings of great strength and renown, who took leadership over the mortal races, each to their own desires and drives. At this point, the gods departed. The gods created the races to be peaceful and to live together. However, when the gods left, not all of them headed off at the same time. Asmodai and Nikors were the last to leave. When they left, they gave each of the ancients a gift that would filter down to those whom they had promised to rule. These gifts were, to humans, an urge to conquer all others. The mountain races, the need for gold. To the elves, the arrogance of aloofness.
What the?
In the ends, the ancients personified each of these desires.
Sorry, just to so the gods made the world for the bipedal race that was already there.
Races
Races that were already there.
that they created.
They created, right?
So imagine nothing, world created, populace put on, well, lands and everything else created in order, populace put on.
So then the two gods that didn't leave straight away are the ones that gave.
An additional gift to each of the bipedal races.
Right, and that's the ancients? So those two gods made the ancients.
No, the ancients were made by the gods.
Okay, yep,
When the gods departed, two stayed behind and left a little later.
yep,
At this point, all the gods are gods.
yep,
There are no bad gods, no good gods. They're gods.
yep.
Alright? At which point, Asmodai and Nikors were the last to leave. When they left, they gave each of the ancients a gift that would filter down to those whom they had promised to rule.
Right, okay.
These gifts were, to humans, an urge to conquer all others. To the mountain races, the greed for gold. To the elves, the arrogance of aloofness. And to the halflings, the desire to be left alone. In the end, the ancients personified each of these desires.
Asmodai was one of the names you were looking into before. When you were looking for...
Roll a history to see if Vi remembers this.
Vi's not here.
So, no one remembers this.
Damn it! Damn it!
Oh dear me.
So the gifts... Because there was something about curses before. Are the gifts the curses?
Depends on which perspective you have, doesn't it? A lot of money can be considered a gift, or a lot of money can be considered a curse, depending on how you view it.
My race wasn't mentioned.
Interesting. Interesting.
There's a reason for that.
I don't even know what her race is.
I don't think any of your races... Oh, well, his was mentioned, and his
then-
was mentioned.
Sorry, just to backtrack.
You were elves, you were spoiler mentioned.
Just to backtrack a little
Yeah.
bit, Semblance is the one that started the ancient war by trying to take over the world, right? Isn't that what was said before?
So she surreptitiously, under the radar, took over the daughter of a king and queen and killed the king and queen,
Yeah.
and then sent troops across the sea to claim more land.
Yes. Isn't that what I just said?
It was the very, very beginning of the war, but wasn't her starting the war, it was her just trying to get more land.
But in turn,
It
started the
yes,
war.
That's right.
It's could be considered the same way that Franz Ferdinand being shot started World War One.
Yeah.
It didn't start. It started the war, but it wasn't the
The
officially the
reason.
start.
Okay, so it was an accidental start of a war.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, it's exactly like that. So, some dude shot a prince, shot a man, shot a prince, wasn't it? Or a politician.
Some
Killed him, and the point was that then made these guys stand up for these guys stand up for these guys stood in for these guys, and it basically built into a war.
Yeah, okay.
So with this, the gods sent a group of heroes, because that's what the gods did,
Yep.
in that time.
Which was Clarissa's
And
group.
the 5 of those were sent to go and deal with the mortals' problem.
Yeah,
Because if the gods were to intervene, it would be war.
yeah. And
It
because
was
they considered...
only when Clarissa made it back and went, there's something different about this chick, that things started to go unravel.
Pear-shaped.
Sideways
Okay.
exponentially.
So much information. I'm loving it.
And at that, I'll take a break.
Oh!
In about 15 minutes.
I knew that.
Enjoy watching. Go grab yourself a cookie and something to drink, and we'll see you back shortly. Bye.
Have you fallen asleep? I think he's dead.
So- someone-
was still on screen.
Someone go check on him.
Quick, quick!
Someone's getting fired.
He's like, just take your time. It's all fine. Ba-da-da-dum, da-dum, da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, da-dum.
So
So
how's everyone else's day?
my day was good.
Bananas.
Bananas.
Guys, bananas.
Bananas. Ooh.
Back to the remainder of episode 18 of Renegades, Rogues, and Runaways. Before the break, the group, in particularly Moors, had delved into the history of the gods, the ancients, and all the mortals. And that's where we come back, because she's been doing a lot of reading. At about this time, Aurora, Vi, and Barzek, you walk up and you approach the doors. There are a couple of guards outside who stand and they go, who are the 3 of you?
We're here to
I-
see Moors.
Who is Moor?
I just left. You just saw me.
Oh, yes, okay, right, yeah.
I don't think I.
I want to go back in?
Yes. These are the 2 friends that
Right.
you forget.
Okay, they open the doors, and as you walk in, there's the other 2 are inside.
How many
Open
piles
them.
of books do you have?
Oh, she's starting to build a little fortress out of them.
She's in it with it.
Welcome to my pile.
Pretty
Look,
much.
more book holders. Up.
You take that pile, you take that pile.
I feel like the end of this Moors is just going to be a librarian.
Probably, yeah.
Rightio. So,
Ooh, information.
as the 3 of you approach on the 4th balcony, takes a little while to get up there, about 5-10 minutes. But as you approach, Moors is sitting amongst a pile, probably as tall as she is, of books.
What did you even find? I was only gone for 15 minutes.
I found all the gods' names, and then I realized that the gods made the ancients. And then gave them gifts, but the gifts were actually curses. And then Semblance accidentally started the war, which caused the gods to send Clarissa to get rid of Semblance. Came back and then said, Semblance ain't really... She's like too powerful or something. And then the gods had to come down and fight them, and then I found the list of gods. I will name all the gods to you.
As that's happening, Barzak's just going to get on the
Well,
floor
that-
and start to sleep.
And it's just like there's so much information that it all ties together.
And it's
And I
really
need
well
more
documented.
books.
I think you've got enough.
You can never have enough books.
Can we just take a break so we can talk about this plan, and then we can get back to your books? There are more of us now.
I guess.
What are you doing?
Yeah, as you start talking, I'm just gonna like sushily look over at a book and just like keep reading.
So
It's been so long since that session. I forget what he even said about the plan, about what his
Something about
spiel
the
was.
forest, there's people getting
That's
missing,
right.
and
Yeah, 'cause I think I mentioned that part
you
already.
did mention it to her. She said this is the point where we need to meet up and go meet him
Yeah,
to talk about the money.
yes, we want to talk together about what we wanted to do because he said that he would pass 200 gold But I don't know if he meant each or in total. And if he wanted to do it.
Which forest was it in?
That way. Whichever one had the one that eats people. I think it was the east.
West.
West?
East.
The wheat.
East is
The
water.
ocean.
The other east then.
Well, we sort of leave tomorrow. So I don't think we can do that.
But we could still talk to him. He could probably... He's very high up in the social hierarchy. I'm sure he has a boat we could use.
Nope, no camera.
It's fine.
There's literally 3 of us watching.
I guess we
We're
could
back.
ask him about that. We could ask for 200 gold each and a boat travel across.
What an incredible idea.
A sailboat.
He's probably got something better than a sailboat.
A yacht.
We'd have to ask him rather early in the morning since we're leaving rather.
But if he has a boat,
Ask now.
he'll be up at his very extravagant house thing.
Could you not get to talk to him again?
I mean, we could, but I just told Moz we'd help her with her books. She's reading. She's not even here.
What if you and me go and they stay? No, wait. You two go. I'll stay.
That sounds like a plan. We can go.
That sounds like a
discuss with
great
them.
idea.
Because our leader,
Yeah.
I kind of disappointed you. Leader will do the negotiation.
The leader will do the negotiations. I
Yes.
agree. Yes. That'll work. He will probably okay, I assume, with him and his,
Not too late.
harem.
Harem.
I'm sure he'll be awake.
I think you'll be doing some extracurricular activities.
Well,
When
then,
we go,
You'll find out.
Okay, so who's doing what?
we're going by now.
Yep.
I'm staying.
Okay. So as Vi and Aurora leave Moors, what are you looking for?
hey, do you notice her hair?
Nah.
Fair enough. She just nose deep in a
Yeah,
book.
too gross in my books.
Oh, hey, Aurora.
Just imagine Moors sitting there and then behind us is this pinboard with all these strings.
Just like the
Oh,
Charlie
let's
Day.
figure this out!
It's like the Charlie Day thing. Just look, Pepe Sylvia.
It's all connected.
All connected back to James. Who's James? He's the boat hand on the ship that my mother...
He's the one with the giant peach.
Bond. I went Bond instead.
So yes, okay. Boris is going to stay here and help you with the books.
But he can't read.
You'll tell him anyway.
Fair point.
I could read. See? The book's upside down. Never mind.
Case and point.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Rightio. So the 2 of you leave and head towards the Glinters. You note there's very little people on the streets. There are a lot of guards still on high alert from the day's happenings. As you walk past the gates, whilst they are still open, there is a large number of well-lit areas in the forest you see. And you begin your 25-30 minute walk from the library to the Glinters. Moors, what are you looking for in the library? Librarium. Dinner. I'm looking for dinner.
Food.
2 words, first syllable. It's a movie.
First word.
Shawshank Redemption.
We're going. So the last thing that we said, I read. I don't know if it was the last thing, but Semblance is still around.
I mean, the script is very old, but yes.
Yeah. So I want to see if Semblance resurfaced.
Okay. About 100 years later. There's no times given. But there is a reference. Let me see if I can get this coin. 1 second.
It's the remix.
Is Barzik just beatboxing while Morse is reading? So Morse is trying to read out the ancients. Barzik. He's like, can you please stop that? I like a bit of advice here. He's gonna keep going to you. Acknowledge it. Please acknowledge it.
I just throw a book at his head. And she doesn't even look. It's just like she's halfway through reading and just picks up and just throws it at him and then keeps reading.
I opened the book.
Once there was a great king that lived under the Astari Mountains. He had mines that ran the length, height, and depth of Ashran. He was the greatest king that the dwarves ever had. He was Throg Goldhammer. Goldhammer ruled with a compassionate heart and mighty fist. None would dare challenge him. The dwarves never saw such affluence. Goldhammer forged a mighty land and made sure that all who approached the great dwarven halls knew that he had an eye on them. Goldhammer had his men dig for gold, silver, and gems. The dwarves under Goldhammer were the most affluent in the lands. Thus, the city of Anara was built, a trade city where people from all across the land could come and trade for the work of Goldhammer. One day, a lady from the faraway Gren's Harbor appeared in Goldhammer's court. The lady's family murdered at the hands of assassins. She sought refuge in the presence of the king. Being the only ones to escape, the lady and her lover headed south and found Ashra. That evening she dined with the Goldhammer family, but following the festivities, something was not right with the king. Goldhammer no longer cared for anything but building a keep in his mines for the Lady Clarissa and Theor, who had requested sanctuary. One night, the king's citadel came under attack from the residents of Anara. As the king's men fell in battle, Goldhammer took himself and his family to Clarissa. Goldhammer took himself and his family to Clarissa, demanding help. Entering the halls of Goldhammer, the gates were locked behind them. Guards he left outside were given strict orders to collapse the tunnels after he entered. Just 50 years ago, the halls of Goldhammer were uncovered by the Lord of Goldhammer's vassal. He purchased the help of a local adventuring group that consisted of 3 kobolds and 1 triton. The group faced a terrible battle. The triton lost and kobolds fled, speaking of seeing Clarissa and Theo alive. But when the dwarven guards arrived, all they found were the bodies of the deceased Goldhammer clan and 2 coffins. The kobolds were rewarded handsomely, but drank themselves into a stupor, mourning the loss of their leader and friend.
Moors yells "what" at the name Clarissa.
Okay.
You're out here beatboxing Knowles.
There's a book thrown at my head. I just picked it up and went, okay, fine, I'll read it.
But that doesn't make any sense. Clarissa was a good person, but now she's a bad person?
Who's Clarissa?
Long story.
Shut up, Barzik.
That's fine.
Where's Vibe when you need him?
That's fine. I'll keep reading this weird book you threw at me. Oh, it's upside down.
What are these weird
Moors
squiggly
now.
things? Words.
Tries to find any more information about Clarissa and what happened between her defeating Svetnaya,
But now?
and then her taking over Gold Reach Hammer.
Yeah.
Gold hammers.
Reach. I said the right words, just in the wrong order.
Yeah, it's the remix.
Wow.
Yeah, leave the beatbox in the bus.
What is this here? Boots and cats.
Yes. Don't forget the knee high. It's part of the song.
Sorry. What?
Have you not actually heard the song Boots and Cats?
We're moving on.
Bees, bees, bees.
Okay.
It just gets better.
There are. Are you searching? How are you searching for this?
Any way, shape, or how.
Roll a investigation for me.
Oh, please.
What book
And
am
a
I
history.
reading?
Please.
You can help her.
What book did you read? What book did you throw at me? I might have to help you out. The book on dragons.
Oh, religion for dummies.
You say history and investigation
Yes, please.
with advantage.
Because I am helping.
Oh, if he's helping you, yes. If he's not, then no.
I am helping. So I'm like, what are we looking for?
So the first one is a 16.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Let's go.
Yeah, boy. The next one's a nat 20.
Yes.
Leprosy.
Nice.
Did you see me roll a nat 1?
That one, and then
Whoa.
that 20.
Flip.
Define
Perfectly
the odds.
balanced.
It was like, ha, psych.
Okay. So, you find 2 books. The first one is called The Missing Law by Thomas Ironpen. The second is called The Truth About the Gods by Vivian Shallowstep. Growls at the books because how dare they?
How dare they be interesting?
You know what? I'm leaving that in. Morse does that noise.
Now can I?
The missing law. She'll stand there for a good solid minute, just being like,
Why are there always more than one option?
You have 2 hands. Take both.
yeah, but
You have 2 eyes. Take both.
she can't cross read. She'll grab both and like put the one that she's not reading on her lap
Okay.
And use that as the
and
stand.
read The Missing Law.
Okay. The Missing Law by Thomas Ironpen states, Semblance, a charismatic leader of the people of Gren's Harbour, was said to be the most beautiful woman in all existence. A true leader of her people. They loved her, following her every wish with a commitment that no leader before or since has had. She spoke with poise. She was able to persuade even the most inert of hearts by just her smile alone. Her intelligence was second to none. A master tactician, what is more, her love for the arcane, plus her ability to wield words like a spell made her the very thing that most of the Grenadians wanted in their next leader. Moreover, her ability to negotiate peace treaties with the Gren's warring neighbours meant that she grew in renown. However, it was said that she held a dark secret. It was said that she was old as magic itself, and she wielded this power in ways that no one saw coming. However, she did not rule alone. She had her always trusted general at her side, a stout man named Ernan Legal, who would always protect his queen. Semblance was defeated in the War of the Ancients, when an infamous group of deadly deranged assassins came across the sea from the lands of Ungalat, from the lands of the Davinian Empire. It was in Gren's harbour that they attacked in the mid of night, sneaking into the king's sleeping chambers, slaughtering both the king and queen. When Svetnaya found her parents dead, she called out for help, being assisted by Ernan. The wretched bastards attacked Svetnaya and Ernan. They fought back, however, they were forced to retreat to Svetnaya's chambers. Both Svetnaya and Ernan engaged them in bloody combat, but in the end they were defeated, and they were left where they fell, for the servants to find their dead, lifeless bodies. Svetnaya and Ernan were 2 of the greatest rulers the land had ever seen, and they will be greatly missed.
So there's 2 different stories going on. It's Svetnaya's family were killed by assassins, but then other parts are saying Svetnaya actually killed her parents.
Almost like it's 2 different perspectives of the same story. Hitler was a great guy who did a lot of good things for Germany,
Like painting.
but to the rest of the world, Hitler's an evil, deranged man who did very, very evil things to them.
Like painting.
So would it be almost like the assassin part is Fetnea telling the story of what happened, but her actually killing the parents is the true?
That's up to you to decide.
Conspiracy theory.
Everyone put your tinfoil hats on.
Well, I've got my metal one to stop the aliens from reading me mind.
Stop the ancients from infecting with my mind.
My brain
Okay.
is a sacred item.
That's why I'm made out of metal.
Is there any
You can't get me.
information?
It's lead.
Nothing up there.
Solved all of my problems.
Is there anything more than that?
In that book, no. You do have The Truth About the Gods by Vivian Shallow Step on your lap.
I will put that one to the side.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to fact check some of the information with that and see if there's any information surrounding the assassins, and if they were assassins, why were they sent?
Mm-hmm.
And if they were assassins, who the hell were they?
Okay.
But I'll read the other book.
The
That's-
Truth About the Gods by Vivian Shallowstep
Yep.
speaks of what happened post the War of the Ancients. It is said that after the War of the Ancients, with the final defeat of the elemental Lord Phosphorus, the Semblance, knowing that she had been defeated, fled to the southern of Seren, where she persuaded a young farm woman to provide to her for her needs. In the end, Semblance made a deal with this young farm girl, by giving her life for Semblance, she would live forever. She headed to the nearby river. She walked out so that the water was up to her shoulders and submerged herself under the water, and stayed there until she had no breath in her. When she resurfaced, she had changed. Her demeanour was more aggressive. She had also become much more charismatic. It was at this point that the townspeople realised that something was wrong as she entered the town. Found a young man, and wooed him into joining her that night by the river for dinner. As they sat, she spoke to him, and he was caught by her very words. They hung in the air and sounded so melodic to him. She convinced him to do what she had done, and give her life for the cause of Semblance. When he agreed, he walked into the water and submerged himself for a time longer than one could imagine. When he rose out of the water, he had also changed. He was much more than just a farm boy, understanding tactics and being able to assemble the men of a town into a fighting force, training them by day and learning them in worship of the girl that they called the Queen of Arcana. It was only when the elders of the town met that they were able to understand what had happened to them. However, the two of them knew the meeting was happening and barged in. The woman stood back and watched as the man slaughtered almost every elder of the town in a manner that was to be admired. When they left the meeting area, they went about erasing the village from Seren, killing every man, woman, and child, all in this name of Semblance. But all but a few of the women died.
What the heck?
At the back of the book, there is a reference to the mythology and truth. Where is the line by Nort Goldfoot?
I try and find that book. I'm so sorry,
Roll
guys.
investigation for me. At this point,
We have
Vi and Aurora get to the lost hovel where she is sitting reading. You headed back to the inn?
Huh?
So you headed back to the library? No, sorry.
going
Sorry,
to
that's my
the-
mind. Sorry, forgive me.
We're going to
You two
the
arrive at the Glinters,
Woo! Knock, knock, knock.
and you watch. Like as you get to the front gates, there's 4 or 5 guards there. It's very well protected now. Yeah. Halt.
We're here to see.
What do you think?
Oh, sorry, Mother, you go.
We're here to see.
I got it there here. We're sorry. Just call him Mr. De Glinter.
Mr.
Jin de Glinter. Jin.
Does he know you're coming?
He does not, but he knows of me. I'll see
What is your name?
Vi.
He whispers to one of the smaller men. He bolts inside. About 5 minutes later, you hear the front door swing. Bye, my friend. Come in.
Jin.
You brought a friend. Excellent. Come, join us. Come.
Thank you. Thank you. Enter.
In we go.
This is my friend Aurora.
Hello, Aurora.
She's part of that that group that I was telling you about last night.
Ah, very true. An adventurer as well.
Yes.
How very interesting. Tell me, what do you bring to your group of misfits?
Well, I bring divine wisdom,
Mm.
and I also bring healing in times of strife.
Druid or cleric?
Cleric. Free.
Okay.
Oh,
That's my most favourite of the gods.
it's the only one I know. So, by default, it's
my
my favorite.
friend. Understandable. So you're here to discuss the quest I gave to your friend here last night.
Yes.
Come. He walks you into this little side room where it looks very much like an office. He goes, please, sit. He claps his hand and walks a young man and he's like, yes, master. He looks like Chardonnay people. Chardonnay! Walks out and walks back in about 5 minutes later with
I thought
3
that was a
glasses of
metal
Chardonnay in a bottle. Puts it down. There you go, sir. And he leaves. Close the doors as you exit. As he closes the doors as he exits, and Glinda sits on the side and goes, so tell me, Vi, you and your group,
Yes.
why you have an answer for me?
That's why I brought Aurora. As my second in command, she has some questions for you.
Yeah, so
Second in command. That sounds very important.
in terms of the quest, were a little vague when they were described to me.
I
So
don't see how, but okay. Well, little when they're described to you.
I didn't ask enough questions when I was here. That was
I
that's
see.
my fault.
Okay, so ask your questions then, Miss Aurora.
So first of all, the payment of 200 gold, would that be per party member or for the whole group?
Well, it depends. How many are in your party?
4.
4?
4.
Okay. Depends. Are all of you carrying the same amount of weight as everyone else, or is Vi doing all the heavy lifting?
Well, I weigh the most.
I would say we're quite even.
Okay.
We have different specialties.
Right. And if I only offered you 200 for the group, would you still do it?
Most likely, yes.
Then it's 200 for the group now, isn't it?
Excellent. Second of all, on top of payment,
Yes.
we have hired a boat.
Yes, the Emerald's Revenge, yes.
Yes, we will require replacement
I know you won't. It's fine.
of that voyage
No,
after
you won't.
the
It's
quest.
fine.
If not, then we will be taking the boat tomorrow.
No, you won't. The boat is not leaving tomorrow. I've already spoken to the captain. He's more than willing to wait a couple of days for you because of the amount of money I paid for him to stay in dock. He says his crew can go get drunk. Not quite the word he used, but I'll use that in front of ladies. Even I had the glint to know when to use the proper language.
Excellent.
We're a little
And
more couth than the travelling buddies you'll soon have.
yes. And were you looking for us to solve the issue or identify the issue?
Well, what I would like is to be able to set up a trade route between here and there. You know, the more places I can get to, the more money I can make, and that's ultimately the key for the Glinda clan. However, I suppose if only you can do is identify it, then I suppose I can pay you 200 for that. But I'd happily broker a deal with you, whereas if you eliminate the problem and you actually set up a good transfer route for me that I can monopolize, one might say, then I would happily pay you 200 each.
That sounds like a fair deal. So
Well-
200 if it happens to be out of our league, which is very unlikely, and we identify it. And
Yes,
200 each if we...
If you eliminate it, and to cover you for damages and expenditure on things like food and water and travel and all those types of fun things, yes.
Yes, of course.
And will you be taking the 2 beasts you rode in on, or are you taking newer horses?
Ooh, I would like to take Thunder.
We'll be taking our horses.
Okay, not a problem. That makes my life much easier. I don't have to pay for horses.
Excellent. Would you be willing to do down payment for the supplies we'll need to solve the issue for
I'll
you?
give you 10 gold now. That'll be deducted from your 200 or your 200 each, I suppose. And if it's from 200 each, it'll be 2 gold and 50 silver from each of you, I suppose.
Excellent. 5% deposit. That sounds fair.
Does, to me at least. I mean, since I'm asking for the job to be done.
Excellent. I am agreeable to these terms.
Cool.
So you're leaving now?
We'll
In
head
the
out
morning.
In the morning. Since
Okay,
it's-
do you wish to stay here? My harem would love to meet your friend.
I only recently learned what that word means, Jean.
Yes. They're a lovely group of people.
Oh, I know. I met them.
Exactly. They've got magnificent stories and they tell lovely conversationalists and they do many, many, many more tricks.
I think I just got secondhand embarrassment because I didn't know what the. Don't worry, it's fine.
I should have explained what their role was a little more accurately to you if you didn't understand. My fault.
I don't know many.
Completely
I do
entirely
not
on me.
know many things.
That's entirely on me. I apologize.
No, it's okay. No, it's fine. Anyway, should we go and see how many books Morris has cooked up?
Yes. I think I'm assuming your it's not called servants.
As just
What's the polite word for servants?
butler,
Maids.
Maids, butlers,
assistant.
assistants. You pick a word.
Yeah. I'm assuming your assistants will provide us with the down payment on our departure.
He just goes, opens up a drawer and throws you a little gold bag. Well, there you are.
10 gold.
To you.
And I will see you at the Western Gate in the morning, yes? About
Yes.
6 a.m.? Sound good?
That sounds
Fabulous. Not a problem. If you don't wish to spend the evening, that is perfectly fine. I shall show you to the front door and you can... Don't I suppose you know what happened in the forest today? Apparently there's a large explosion and people got scared. Hence all the guards in the city, which makes the other side of my work very difficult to do because some of the people I deal with aren't exactly the most scrupulous of individuals.
Because I know the history of Aurora and the children's. I think you were talking about making bombs beforehand. I'm gonna roll a history check, maybe an insight as well, to see if they'll be like, "What did you do?"
Yeah.
What am I going with? Where'd it go? I mean, it's an 8. I'm like,
You can piece together she's talking about bombs and there's an explosion, but you don't quite piece together that bombs explode.
no, I don't know anything about that.
Oh, okay, that's perfectly fine. And you, man?
Ah, yes, I was babysitting some children and we happened to be close to the blast.
Oh, do you okay?
Yes, we managed to get out alright.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, not a problem. I'll see you at the Western Gate 6 a.m. in the morning, okay?
Yes.
Absolutely, thank you very much.
Not a problem. He opens the front door and ushers you out and closes it behind you.
Excellent. Shall we get Moors so we can go to bed so we're not...
I don't think she's sleeping tonight.
Shall we get... Actually, maybe we shouldn't get Barzak. Should we just head back?
I don't know. I think Barzak's still a little
Hammered.
exhausted from his night last night. I think
Well,
he
he's
could
just-
use the most sleep.
Well, he's with Moors, isn't he? Surely he'll figure out that it's late and head back at some point.
Wow, rude.
Surely.
I mean, I'm assuming the library has windows, so
Yeah, the sun...
it's very gone.
Yeah. He'll get tired at some point. Sure, worst case, he just sleeps in the library.
Okay,
Excellent. Back to the inn we go.
we get a room each.
Rightio, so you go back to the inn, you're let in, and you head up to your rooms.
And back to bed. Yeah,
And you
boy.
both lay down, you shut down.
Poof, I lock the doors.
Moors. You do find the mythology and truth where is the line by Nort Coldfoot.
Cool. I grab it
Yep.
and I read it.
Explains the matter of the Matar Eternum. The women who fled and escaped across the sea to a new land called the Davinian Empire, or Ethel, to the west. In those times, women fearing for their lives crossed the sea from the east. They spoke of a woman who sought to have them killed for what they knew and what they had seen. They sought the protection of a Genasi clan of barbarians. These barbarians learned from the Matar Eternum what druidic magics were and incorporated this into their tribe. As the decades passed, the new Matar Eternum, were brought into the fold and told the secret of the primal river. That is when they lived in the east. They lived frivolous, luxurious lives. However, one day a young farm girl in their village, whilst out on a walk, she came across a creature that had been chased from her home. This creature would tell her of the world outside of their safe little hamlet and convince her to do some of the more frowned upon activities within the village. One day this girl went for a walk by the river and one of the Matar Eternum followed her. She watched as the girl submerged herself below the water and only came back up once the bubbles had stopped hitting the surface. Then she came out of the water She was more than she was before. The river was called the Primal River, and it led the girl down a path that none of the Mataratone would speak about. These women founded a new tribe on the other side of the sea, creating a mythology around that Primal River, using it as a metaphor for giving in to their deepest desires. They taught that this is not to be done, and that anyone who had such thoughts should fight to walk away from the Primal River and stand on the everlasting rock. However, it turns out that the call to, in particular, the women of these tribes, following this, it turns out that the call into particular the women of these tribes, following their ancestors into the water, is nearly undeniable.
How about them apples?
The law. You've become that pet. You get to be the new one since he's retired.
It's just more questions.
You're welcome. It's almost like I've
Is there
developed this for
any
years.
names tied to the first farm lady, the farm
Girl?
girl being taken over by semblance? And is there any names of the tribe that has made this weird?
So you read the name Svetnaya, you read the name Semblance, you read the name Ernan.
Mm-hmm.
They're all found in the first book.
Yep.
The name Semblance is found in the second,
Yep.
but it's just a girl. And in the third, there are no names.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Now I'm gonna go into I wanna look for legends and stuff.
So, yeah.
And look for if there's any primal river legends surrounding certain clans and stuff, if that makes sense, to try and find a name.
You realise that you come across the only reference to Janasi is in the city of Quran.
So, sorry, pardon?
The only reference to Janasi is in the city of Quran.
Where's the city of Quran?
You got a map? Open it up. Directly above Wilbur's Wharf,
It's in Ashland.
Ah,
near Cape North.
perfect. So, I'll write that must go to Quran for more information about that. Kind of want to backtrack a little bit
Mm-hmm.
and see if there's any recent, more recent information about Semblance, and see if she's. Leave me alone!
This is getting mighty self-indulgent.
What do you mean?
Come on.
The last reference to Semblance is in the caves of Coldhammer.
Okay. Interesting. Where's Goldhammer?
Dead.
No, the town.
The Rim Ernon Curly is found in Ashran, one of the mountains, the major dwarven kingdom in Ashran,
Interesting.
that has links to El Elyon.
Awesome. Alright, I'm going to backtrack even further.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to look into, because I feel like this is just kind of all of those connections have tied in together. So now I want to know, why did Semblance go after Svetnaya?
Yeah.
And
There's no reason, she just did. There's no reference as to why.
Bored.
Not even necessarily bored, just there's no reference at all to Semblance. Because it's the first things you're reading about other than the creation story itself is this war.
was Svetnaya a princess of somewhere?
Yes, Gren's Harbour.
Oh, yes. Where's Grant's Harbour?
Across the sea to the east of Wilbur's Wharf.
Wait, what?
Across the sea to the east of Wilbur's Wharf. Up. Furthest island across. Down. in Seren at the top
Yep.
on the right hand side.
Yeah.
This is how well I know my world. Like, it's there.
Okay, so Svetnaya was the princess of Grand's Harbor.
Yes.
So then from here to... Jeez, okay, semblance travel far.
Mm.
They talked about the creatures that they were in one of them, didn't
They
they?
created.
Pardon?
They mentioned creatures that they created, yes.
No, I think, wasn't there one that started with T? That you literally just said? Or am I mishearing things?
Hang on. Why I keep referring to the paperwork, I don't know.
I think I might have misheard it. That's okay, I'll come back to it.
That's me. So, there was. So, the gods created the Tortles, Tabaxi, Half-Orc, Loxodonian, Tiefling, Warforged, Asimar, and Dragonborn.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ancients created the Djinn, Genies, Mermaids, Werebeasts, and Vampires.
Yeah.
And then the Deceivers created demons, orcs, kobolds, giants, behirs, and ogres.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all.
Interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting. Alrighty. I've forgotten all of my first questions. Because there was so many.
Mm-hmm.
Was just gonna look outside
Mm-hmm. It's pitch black.
and go, oh. Barzak, do you know what the time is?
Barzak is currently asleep.
Yeah, it's like, he's sitting in the corner snoring away.
I go and Barzak? Oh.
Dead asleep.
Perhaps I've been here too long. I'll put all the books back.
Yep.
And I'll kick Barzak awake.
Oh, that's nice.
No. I throw a book at Barzak.
Great. Oosh.
Do you move? Do you wake up?
I'm like, you know when you're so sleepy, you're still half awake, you're like, what?
Let's go back to the inn. I didn't realise how late it was.
It's been late for so long.
Why didn't you tell me?
I fell asleep.
You threw a book at me.
2, in fact.
Alright, come on, let's go.
I get up and half drag myself.
As you leave, watch the 2 guards inside walk out, lock the door, and take their place. As they turn off all the lights. You're welcome. As you walk back to the inn, there is no one on the streets. Clearly, martial law's been put in place. There's only guards. And as you walk past them, they all just keep their eye on you until you get to the inn. You go, the bouncer stands there and goes, "Welcome home."
Hello.
You wander on in, wander on up, wander on. You open your. Well, you get to your door. And go, I don't know if Aurora locks her door.
Yep.
So you get to your door 2 more, and you're just.
Sorry, I just mage hand it open.
Yeah.
I try to pick lock
Roll a sleight of hand for me.
with my hang on, I had it here, hang on. No. Stop. With my dart.
With disadvantage.
Yeah. That's okay. Watch me get a nat 20. Or a nat 1.
Where is it? You're gonna break
You
it.
literally put it in the door and twist, and then you just hear a twang.
I'm locked inside now.
Moz, you hear a twang on the door, and your security, your surveillance mode goes. Tick.
And you just hear this. In the air.
I am shut down.
I get bullied again. What is this? High school?
Well, what are you gonna do? I'm not just gonna leave the door unlocked. Not when we've got people chasing Aurora.
Did you recognize your friend's voice?
You haven't said anything
I
yet.
said, let me in.
Oh,
Good luck, Barzak, and I shut the door behind me.
hang on. I will roll
Do you
a...
lock the door or do you leave it unlocked?
I lock the
Yeah,
door.
right, yeah.
What would it be for me to hear it
Perception 10 with
Perception.
disadvantage.
with a disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
He's sleeping.
Sleeping.
It's not gonna
That
matter.
can't get much worse.
No, it
Two.
can't.
Wait.
Plus.
6.
Oh, okay, no. Yeah, in your slumber here. And you think, the sound of wood being chopped.
Circus noises.
I'm a lumberjack.
I'm gonna do something I'm gonna regret later. I'm gonna kick the door in.
Alrighty, okay. Roll a strength check for me, please.
Right?
No.
He's going to be working the kitchens.
15.
Okay. At this point, can I have the three of you leave the room? Bye. Stay here.
Oh. Me stay.
I was having a nightmare.
Yay. I'm so excited.
New house. They can actually leave. Vi, as you slumber, you feel a pulsing. You see a forest run through your mind as you see this old fortress in the woods, made of wood and earth and stone. You hear a voice going, Vi. Boot up, Vi. Vi. As you fade. Next thing you see another one of you walking away. Another one up on a balcony, up on a barricade or a barracks type top. You see another one moving some heavy stuff to the left of you. Hear the voice command. Your mission is to protect. And it fades again. You fade to another one. You see these strange creatures attacking. Fades again. Fades to another one. You see one of your other copies on the ground. Their chest pulsating. Then it goes black. No more light comes from their chest. The creatures move towards you. You phase again. You're running through the woods. You feel sharp. You register an issue with your left arm. As you look, it's no longer there. Fade again. You see Thrimble standing in front of you. Aha! I've got it working. Then you hear the door. Come in, guys. Welcome back.
What did I miss?
Oh, shit.
Really a lot.
Oh!
This is the part where all three of them go home to watch tonight's episode just for that.
Right in the other notice.
Did you get visited?
Nope.
Don't tell me that's metagaming. That
Too
was
late.
that was a trick. this
Barzak,
whole
as you
time.
kick the door in, you see Vi standing there, eyes closed, blue light shining from all the cracks in his carapace armor. As you kick the door in, his head twitches to you and his eyes shoot open. As you see Barzak standing in the doorway, and you realize your axe is in your hand.
Oh no.
Sentry mode clearly works.
What'd you do to the... What'd you do to the door?
You wouldn't open, so I kicked it open.
I was clearly in sleep.
I know.
Stasis mode.
I
I
know.
put my axe away.
As you do, your body like charges down, you see just a soft blue glow from his chest.
You good?
You remember a couple of days, weeks ago, however long it's been. We're like, oh, do you guys dream? Do I dream? I think I may have had a dream.
Okay.
It was like a fuzzy memory,
That's pretty much how dreams work, yeah.
but I've never seen anything in it in my life.
That's a dream. Well done. You dream.
I dream a dream.
That's really weird.
What
Things
happened?
go
Tell me
wrong.
everything.
Well, it's a lot. So it was like, ooh, flashes of running through the forest, and then another flash of other like weird creatures, and then we were going through, and there was just like this fortress barricade thing, and there were other things like me.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Very interesting.
And then at one point I saw Funnyfoot in there, but it was the same time as when he first booted me up.
So there could be more from when you were booted up, and you just booted up. Out of all of them.
What do you mean?
You're the only one that would work.
So you're saying that Funnyfoot could have had a whole collection of them?
Collection, but you're the only one that worked.
I feel like that's something may have brought up. Well, we'll get this ending stuff up more, and we'll ask him in the morning before we head off.
Sure.
By the way, you have to be up before 6.
I also have to be up before 6 in the morning.
Nice.
Sweet.
Bad then.
Alrighty.
So yeah,
Bedtime.
good talk.
I am tired.
Are either of you not both gone to sleep? Sweet.
Oh, yeah, the door's wider, but
Yeah. Can't be locked anymore. It's shattered.
We didn't shatter. I just kicked it open. Doo.
Yeah.
I think by Century Mode works.
Right, yeah. So as the night passes, all of you get a good night's sleep.
hey.
Long rest.
Long resting.
As
Um,
morning breaks, we'll call it there.
Do I recover my 1 level of exhaustion?
Please also note you all go to level 4.
oh
Hell yeah. I might do me rolls now.
Feel free. Level 4 should also give you a feat or a...
Ability score improvement.
Yep. All the fun stuff for y'all.
I'm gonna look at the feats because I don't think cleric gives me a special thing.
I think
Oh, ooh, yeah, baby. I get slow fall now.
so at least now when you get kicked.
I
Get out of
get,
my head, Lucas.
I get kicked in the chest, I fly and fall slowly.
That means you can jump from anywhere.
Bum.
Thank you all for joining us this
Yes.
evening. We will see you all later.
yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh yeah.
What isn't allowed in the feeds?
Hang on. Are we out?
Anthony, get off your phone.
I heard something.
Are we done?